Hello, my name is Dan Capetta. I'm a Senior Director of Enablement and Platform Engineering at Grainger, and today I'm here to talk to you about enabling platform engineering. Before I do that, I want to spend just a couple minutes talking about Grainger and the organization that I lead. Grainger is the leading broadline distributor of maintenance, repair, and operations products and services with the goal of keeping the world working, which we do through innovative technology solutions and deep customer relationships. Grainger was founded in 1927, had over $15 billion of sales last year, and had over 75% of those sales originate through our digital channels. Enablement and Platform Engineering is an umbrella organization that includes technical product management, which has responsibility for integrating product roadmaps across the 20 plus products that we offer. Our delivery insights organization, which collects different telemetry and different data from our software engineering capabilities and our agile management capabilities so that teams can take that data and understand how they can continually improve their processes. Our FinOps group, which is responsible for collecting variable cost data that our engineering teams can control through configuration and providing that feedback to them so that they can make intelligent choices about how we spend our resources. I also have two larger organizations that sit within enablement and platform engineering. The first is platform engineering. Platform engineering includes our public cloud teams, our DevOps platform tooling teams, our integration services team, our security automation team, our test environment and test data team. Additionally, we have engineering effectiveness, which includes our Dojo, our software engineering practice, our quality engineering practice, as well as our community of practice facilitation, which helps lead community of practices across our Grainger technology group. I wanted to start by talking a little bit around platform capabilities as a product. What I mean by that is bringing our product management principles to the capabilities that our platform teams create for our software engineers. What this does is it allows our product management focus to create individual products that are focused on the engineer and align around this idea that we're going to let people compose the solution that they need from the different product offerings that we have. The example I like to think through with this is the idea of Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office is a product suite which includes smaller product offerings or smaller applications. Each application or each offering is independently usable. However, when put together, they all kind of make sense together. They have a common user interface, and they're able to share data between the different applications with relative ease. This composable product suite approach allows us to focus on the engineer and understand what each product offering is designed to do, and allows us to solve for that specifically. It allows us to focus on the functional and non-functional requirements of that capability or that platform product offering without having to think about the whole all at one time. In order to understand the right way to go about this, we leverage value stream map views of our platform products. For each product that we offer, we want to understand how it fits into the overall flow of our engineering teams so that we can clearly communicate the problem that that product's trying to solve rather than trying to solve for the whole in one shot. By focusing in on a specific area of the value stream, we can focus on the inputs and the outcomes that that product offering is supposed to deliver on without overcomplicating the whole. If we try to build out one complicated solution, that path becomes increasingly complex and eventually limits optionality for the users or for the engineers who are building all of this for. So we've talked a little bit about how platform engineering teams should think about their capability as products. But one thing we have to really kind of lean into and understand is that there is no perfect product. Vendors don't have a perfect product. You don't have a perfect product. Every product that's created needs to evolve based on the interactions that you get from the teams that are using it and wanting to have learning built into that process. So if you accept that there's no perfect product, then you need to invest in building a perfect product or a better product. There's really two ways to go after it. The first is invest a lot of time and a lot of money trying to build that perfect product to get a really feature-rich capability delivered to your organization. You can go down that path and use labs or demos to get feedback from the engineers based on how they think they're going to use that capability, you don't actually get the real world experience that you're hoping for. And one of the things you find out is that it's hard to continue to justify the investment in this product capability. Investment appetite wanes because you're not iteratively releasing a function that gets value to the engineers that you're trying to support. The other option, the preferred option in my opinion, is to release imperfect products quickly. Get incremental value delivered to your engineers so that they understand how to use it and they're getting a little bit of value, hopefully daily, as you're releasing new capabilities to them. It allows you to get feedback from the ones who are getting it done, right? Really digging in with the people that are doing day-to-day software engineering activities and understanding what they need to do their job better. This fits in really nicely within Grainger's organization because we have a company mantra around supporting people that do their work, do the hard work of our organization, and getting direct feedback from them so that they can keep supporting our customers. Spend a little time talking about feedback, and I want to understand kind of I want to explain the two different kinds of feedback I think about. The first is indirect feedback or indirect feedback loops, which are what you're used to thinking about when you talk about building monitoring, collecting user data, instrumenting your capabilities to understand usage patterns, anything where you're leveraging telemetry coming out of your capability or your platform product would fit into this indirect feedback loop. Direct feedback loops, in our case, leverage dojos and coaches to help get firsthand experience about how engineering teams are using our product offerings. We also have our platform product teams engage directly with our software engineering teams so they get real world one-on-one feedback from the people that are using their products. We also make a point of intersourcing all of our products so that teams that are interested can understand how we wrote the software, as well as contribute code back so that we can get the best ideas from across Grainger integrated into our platform products. I mentioned the word dojo, and I want to just take a quick second to talk about what a dojo is and how Grainger is using dojos. A dojo, or the place of the way, is really around supporting learning and practice. We want to bring real world problems with real world work to generate supported real world solutions. And we want to do this at scale, which means we want to bring our platform products, which are designed to implement things at scale, into our dojos. What we do is we align the team's leadership along with our coaches around a clear set of goals through a chartering process to make sure that everybody is aligned on how we're going to spend our time and the outcomes that we're going to achieve as a side effect of this dedicated effort. One way that we pull this together is through guided platform product adoption. And what we mean by that is we want to take our dojos and workshop capabilities and combine them with new product offerings or evolving product offerings. The use of dojo coaches creates a supporting environment so that the engagements around platform product adoption are easier. We're not just kind of throwing the teams at the tool and hoping that they figure it out. This allows us to look at success from a couple of different angles. The first is the platform team that built that product is able to get people on it, get that fast feedback, and are able to iterate through the software engineering process quickly. For the engineers that are using the capability, they're not just being handed a wiki page in the hopes that they can figure out what it's doing or just getting onto the tool. Instead, they're using the support of the coaches to understand what the product is meant to do, how it integrates into their daily work, and what the benefits of that is. So it's part of how they do their work going forward rather than just an activity that they're trying to complete. And for Grainger as a company, what this means is teams are getting the value of our new product capabilities, our platform capabilities, sooner in smaller incremental bits, and they're getting the value of that iterative delivery on the platform product. So we're learning while we're enabling our engineers. One example that I want to spend a little bit of time around is we recently completed a migration from a security scanning product to another security scanning product. So from product A to product B. We wanted to make sure that we started with the goal of doing that migration. One of the things that's a little tricky about migrations is the team that's doing the work can quickly get anchored on this idea that the goal is to be on product B, not the outcome that we're trying to achieve as a company, not the motivation or the business case that resulted in executing that activity to getting to that new product, to understanding the value proposition of the new product. In order to do that, in this case, we wanted to focus on the idea that the goal here is to quickly identify and fix vulnerabilities. It's not just to get onto the product, but it's to fix vulnerabilities and make it part of the way we work. That engineering team's outcome is I understand the security posture of my application, I get good actionable feedback, and I'm able to execute on that actionable feedback quickly and as part of my daily work. In order to accomplish that, we had a couple of different activities we had to do that span my organization. One is the platform engineering team was responsible for this platform product, integrated the tools, set it up the ingestion of code, and built custom scanning functions into the pipeline. The Dojo coaches created workshops and short Dojo experiences with the goal of removing vulnerabilities, not just getting them onto product B. I'm happy to say that this was massively successful. We simplified the onboarding process through those feedback loops. We had a shared pipeline function that made it easier for teams to get real-time CI feedback into their pipelines. We were able to quickly auto-register all of the repositories within our source control system, have clear instructions around how to integrate the new capability within our software engineers' IDEs, all while reducing the scan times from 35 minutes in the original product down to 2 minutes within product B. This is absolutely critical for us as this 2-minute time frame fits within our goal of fitting into a CI period so that we're getting that real-time feedback. And we're avoiding this process of the scan being out of band, the engineer being on to the next activity, and the feedback not being anchored within the context it was originated in. By combining our platform engineering teams with our platform capability, platform product capability, we were able to get 19 teams through our dojos with supportive coaches, each doing a 2-day flash build where they configured the tool and removed vulnerabilities, but more importantly, integrated it into their daily work. And we're seeing over the course of time that this approach is far more sticky than we've seen when we just ask somebody to turn on a tool. So fewer vulnerabilities, better ways of working, faster feedback loops. All of these things are absolutely critical to the success of a product that is driving better engineering behaviors. So I wanted to close today by just hitting on a couple of key points that I really wanted to drive home. First is bringing a product discipline to platform improves the focus on the engineer as the customer. The idea of having a composable products makes it easier for those engineering teams to use the parts that they need and avoid the parts that they don't need, so that the solution that you create for them across this product suite is sustainable and easy for them to use. We look at using value stream maps of the engineers' workflows to find the constraints within their product solutions or within their product flows so that we can focus on that constraint and really dig into how we want to make their experience better as the customer. One area that I really like to kind of think about as we look at value streams is making sure that we're focused on that constraint. I use that to help guide the roadmaps of our products so that we are focused on removing more waste out of our Grainger software engineering practices. Once we've created that first iteration of a product, we want to make sure that we're building both direct and indirect feedback loops into the product offering. Again, our direct feedback loops are our platform engineering teams engaging with those software engineering teams or those product groups that are using our capabilities, as well as instrumenting our platform products in the same way you'd instrument any kind of e-commerce product, so you understand how customers are using it, both through talking to them and data that's coming out of the system. And lastly, and most importantly, is by combining platform products with enablement functions under our enablement and platform engineering umbrella, we're able to both improve the rate and the quality of adoption. Again, in this case, we were able to make vulnerability management far more integrated into the ways of working. With that, I want to close out today and thank you for your time. You have my contact information here on the last slide. I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation with you online.